To Portland's homeless crisis. And I hear those of you outside the city and Multnomah County groaning about our focus on the metro area tonight. But listen, many of these issues are present in your communities as well. So relax. Maybe they're on a smaller scale. There's still some learning to be done to try and find solutions in your neck of the woods. But work with us on this one. All right. Back here in the Portland area. In the fall, city crews removed homeless camps from one side of Northeast 33rd Drive because it's near airport property, and, well, there were concerns that the camps violated federal aviation law. But now, 6 months later, the camps are back. I rode my bike through there on Saturday. It is an amazing sight, and it appears the cycle of removal, replace, repeat will continue. But is anything new being done to stop it? Blair Best reports.
This section of Northeast Portland near Marine Drive, once removed from the inner city, has turned into a makeshift homeless village.
If you're gonna live on the street, you gotta make it what it is.
The seemingly never-ending line of camps has been a recent focus for the city. This past fall, they towed vehicles from the east side of the street at the request of the Port of Portland. Randy, who lives in his car, was there when it happened.
They're just trying to pass the buck. Sadly, that's how it is.
Those camps on the east side were near the airport and potentially violated Federal Aviation Administration guidelines. They also fell under Mayor Ted Wheeler's ban on camping along high crash corridors. Now, 6 months later, they're back.
I think it's a bunch of crap. Honestly, people can only park where they can. It's a good idea because otherwise you got trash on both sides.
Tim Coates ended up here after he was evicted from an RV park. Now he takes up a large stretch of the east side of the street.
I own that gray van right there. I own, this is gonna be my truck and my trailer. That van's mine. That Nissan 4x4 is mine. The motorhome's mine. The two vans in front of mine and the motorhome across the street is mine.
That's a lot of stuff.
I'm a hustler.
Why do you have all that stuff?
Why do I have it? Because I help homeless people out that have nothing.
Yet it's this buildup of cars and trailers that people like Claire, who lives on the opposite side, see as a sign of what's to come.
I feel like they're going to come in here and, make all of us move, here pretty soon.
You often hear from homeless people out here that they're not offered any resources or help getting off the street. However, the city sees it differently. About 6 months ago, when they removed the camps on this side of the street, they gave the homeless people a heads up and offered them shelter. Only 6 people took them up on that offer. Yet there are many homeless people out here who say it's drug use as the main reason they can't get out of this cycle.
We're not having to pay for, living here. They're letting us, and a lot of people take it, advantage of it.
If the city were to offer you a shelter bed, would you take it?
No.
Some have a plan of their own, even if it's not a long-term solution.
I'd move until it wasn't safe anymore, then I'd move back over.
The city is working with the Port of Portland to determine the next steps in this cleanup. Their goal is to have it cleared in the coming weeks. In Northeast Portland, Blair Best, KGW News.
That line of cars and RVs along Northeast 33rd is not new. It's been like that for a couple of years now. Blair helps bring us some of that context as well as something that surprised her while she was out gathering the story today.
All right, so I just wanted to share a little bit more background on this story. So about 2 years ago, the city actually moved some RVs and trailers from other parts of the city here to Northeast 33rd Drive because parking enforcement crews thought that would be the best idea at the time. Now, 2 years later, they're telling them they can't be on one side of the street and they have to move to the other side of the street because of potential FAA regulations. The other thing, while the city is working to remove all the camps on this side of the street, they tell me they might also be moving all the camps on the other side of the street as well. And something that's different this time that I'm out here talking with homeless people is typically, they're very angry that the city's going to come out and move them and they have no plan of what they're going to do if they get cleared. But this time, everyone I've talked to is understanding and they're like, yeah, it's a mess and the city should come out and clear it, which is honestly quite rare. You don't normally hear that. And the man who I talked with this morning, who has about 5 or 6 trailers on this one stretch, he has a plan. He's like, yep, if they come and tow me, I'm gonna tow my trailer away, bring my camper to the other side of the street, and he's just waiting on, I guess, some checks to come through, and then he says he'll be off the street pretty soon. So I don't know, it's just a different tone out here this time. People seem to be understanding and on board. There's anxieties and they're worried, but they seem to have a plan moving forward, which you don't often see.